Week 16, Grammar Level. The whole idea of the Reformation may not make a lot of sense to little children who don't know much about the different kinds of churches. Children go to church for years before they find out they're Protestant instead of Catholic, or vice versa. This would be a good week for you to find out if your child knows what you believe. Grammar students are learning a little bit about indulgences as they study the life of Martin Luther. See if they can tell you what an indulgence is. Originally, an indulgence was supposed to excuse a person from the consequence for sins which have been confessed and forgiven. Little children can understand the basic idea. If they were fooling around and broke a plate, they could be forgiven because Jesus died for their sins, but they still might have to clean up the mess. If you cleaned it up for them because they were so clearly sorry for their sin, that would be a kind of indulgence. If they can understand why that kind of indulgence might be a good thing, they may be able to understand why Martin Luther was so upset about the way people were selling indulgences in his day. It would be like having some rich kid running around knocking over all the dishes and then paying his father to clean it up for him when he really needed a spanking. Selling indulgences turned something that's supposed to be a means of grace into just a way to make money. Luther's objection to the sale of indulgences got him into big trouble. He wound up at the diet of worms. Luther could have died from it, even though he was promised safe passage to and fro. After all, John Huss, who we learned about in Week 10, had been executed after a similar hearing. Luther refused to recant at the hearing, so he was declared an outlaw and a heretic. The Edict of Worms authorized anyone to kill Luther without any punishment, despite the safe passage, so Prince Frederick had him kidnapped on the way home. He hid him away in the Wartburg Castle, where he began translating the Bible into German.